1. India to invest Rs 3.3 lakh crores on 3 new rail freight corridors. GS Paper 3, Indian Economy, Infrastructure. Why is it in news recently? India will spend Rs 3.3 lakh crore to set up 3 new arms of the dedicated rail freight corridors, crisscrossing the length and breadth of the country over the next 8 years. Indian Railways would keep aside 35–40% of earnings from freight corridors as track access charges. The 5,500 kilometers long new corridors would supplement the existing plans to lay 3,300 kilometers long two dedicated freight corridors, DFC. The 3 new corridors announced in this year's budget are 2,328 kilometers north-south corridor between Delhi and Chennai, 2,327 kilometers east-west corridor between Kolkata and Mumbai, and 1,114 kilometers east coast corridor between Kharagpur and Vijayawada. Need for dedicated freight corridors. The Indian Railway has big potential to develop goods transportation. In recent years, industrialization and growing international trade along existing eastern and western routes has led to the demand for additional capacity for rail freight transportation. To develop the freight traffic infrastructure, the government has designed an expansion drive in the form of dedicated freight corridors, DFC. About the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor and Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. The dedicated freight corridors have 2 wings, that is Western DFC, 1,504 kilometers, and Eastern DFC, estimated 1,856 kilometers, with a total length of about 3,360 kilometers. The Western Corridor connecting Dadri in NCR Delhi to Mumbai, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, JNPT, will go through 6 states: Uttar Pradesh, Delhi NCR, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. It is the Western DFC that provides the connectivity of the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. The Eastern Corridor, starting from Dankuni in West Bengal, will pass through the states of Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana to terminate at Ludhiana in Punjab. Traffic on EDFC comprises of coal for the power plants in the northern region of India from coal fields located in state of Bihar, Jharkhand and Bengal, finished steel, food grains, cement, fertilizer, limestone from Rajasthan to steel plants in the east and general goods. The way forward. Indian Railways, IR, share of the freight market has been declining, and the railway budget includes several measures to address this trend, including running timetabled freight trains with credible service commitments by 2020. Network capacity constraints have prevented the railways from running timetabled services so far, but IR will start running container, parcel and commodity trains on a pilot basis in 2016. Expanding the freight basket, which is highly concentrated, 10 commodities account for 88% of the mix. Building terminal capacity to improve last-mile connectivity and rationalizing tariff structures, so freight is competitive with other modes, were among the other policies unveiled. 2. Amritsar's Town Hall is site of new Partition Museum. GS Paper 1, Art and Culture. Why is it in news recently? The historic town hall in Amritsar, a gracious late 19th century building, will be the site of the new Partition Museum. It gained importance as it stood witness to the unrest in the Punjab after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Kishore Desai, chair of the Arts and Cultural Heritage Trust, which has initiated the project and will manage the museum. The museum's collection of artifacts, art, documents and oral histories will be built through contributions and donations from private and public sources. The museum will be a space of memory, healing and reconciliation. It will also memorialize the grit, courage and spirit of that generation.